Hello everybody and welcome back to Joe and Al Play Kerbal Space Program.
I'm Joe.
I'm Al, and we recorded last week, but you didn't get to see it.
Yeah, we've had a skip. One of our first skips ever.
Yeah. So this is what we started work on. We never completely successfully got it working. I wanted to build a space plane.
Yes, and we did a lot of trial and error. We actually made good progress and learned a lot, but then
yeah, you missed
only
out.
10 minutes of footage.
Very sad that they missed out on that, Joe. But here we are after all of that trial and error with
so is
our
this
space plane.
What we left off with at the end of the
It is
episode, or
not.
have you continued
This
to
is,
fiddle?
after several, like an hour's worth of me tinkering. I added on an extra engine in the back here. This is
you gotta
another
walk through us. Walk
turbofan.
Through this because viewers are completely new to this.
All the intakes. I actually replaced we had nose cones here before. When you saw this last, I put intakes there so we have more air coming in. There wasn't this intake here. We've got this intake here. We're just lousy with intakes. Our tanks are all regular rocket fuel that the jet will burn. It just won't use up the oxidizer, so we won't waste tank space on rocket fuel that is not going to get used up. Added on these elevons, and we have just standard tail fins here.
We had to bust up to new rockets, new jet engines, right? That's those things hanging out in the back.
So when we looked it up on the wiki,
yeah, that's right.
They recommended a nicer. These are upgraded in our science tree. The ones that are recommended for space planes are even higher than this.
Flight. We don't have enough science for that.
Not yet.
Not yet. You have a swept wing. This is interesting. You've got the rectangle wing with the okay.
Yeah, I feel like you've seen that before, but
I can't remember exactly.
Kind of looks like a seagull.
You have a reaction wheel.
Yep, I added that. I put in a battery. One of the things that you guys didn't get to see was us losing control because we lost power.
Do we have power sources outside of engines?
I mean, we have the battery. This is not like a super long haul thing, and the battery has enough.
And I see your old foe, the fuel intake pipe in the back there.
Yes, I also mentioned some problems. I didn't get recorded, but last week I was mentioning some problems I was having with like asparagus staging with the fuel intake. The fuel pipe here, so this is a afterburner turbofan here, and then in this sheath is the Reliant. We were using the swivel when we first started, and it turns out, if you look over here, the swivel gets ASL, which I think means in atmosphere, 167 kilonewtons, whereas the Reliant is at 205. That's a pretty substantial upgrade of thrust. So that's what I went with.
ASL.
In orbit, they're much closer. The Reliant is at 240 and the swivel is at 215. But I thought that we could use the extra push. So there's a decoupler here. The only part of this that is not designed to come back is this decoupler and this turbofan. Those get knocked off so we can have more, so we can have access to this Reliant. But hopefully this can return. Now there's a problem, Joe. We don't actually we have to be really good with our return. We could stick one of these on there, but that'll put us over parts level.
What is the ISP of an engine?
So
that's a tricky. Oh, you haven't upgraded your. How much did that cost?
I have not, and we don't have a ton of money. I could take these elevons off, which I think it does not have to fly, and replace them with parachutes, which I think I'm going to try. Joe, you okay?
Yeah, this is more mathy of an explanation than I wanted.
Oh no, not math.
No, but like
No, it's not. I didn't want to do that. Get back on there. Are you ready for the maiden flight on camera anyway of the goal ship?
Have you named it?
I have not. What should we call this, Joe?
The goal ship.
Now, there's something called action groups, Joe. Do you know about that?
Sort of. They were vaguely mentioned in the tutorial I did a year ago.
I haven't done any action groups.
There's well, the one in the tutorial, they're like, you can make an action group panic or whatever. So if things are going wrong, you can just switch over to an action group and forget everything else your thing's trying to do and just do the safety protocols.
Point being, there's no there's not a key that somebody was asking about. If you had a key where you could switch these to wet, which is their super powerful mode, and apparently without action groups that cannot be done.
Afterburner.
Yep.
We've stopped rolling backwards. That's good.
Yeah, we've started rolling forwards now, and here we go. This thing is super powerful.
Yeah, I don't know that you need full throttle. I've had this conversation.
Actually, we can take off now.
Yeah, you're going 160 meters per second. I would have to imagine that's enough lift, enough forward momentum. Whoa! And we're into this problem again, huh?
What, where it's not quite centered for some reason?
Yeah, that, and it just seems...
Yeah, I have no idea what's up with that.
Like,
it seems
again,
what? No, finish that sentence, Joe. It seems what?
More than we are at this angle of attack.
What now?
Like, we're angled pretty high up. We should be getting more lift from our wings.
We're at 2,500 meters. What do you want?
More.
I don't... Okay, well, we're at full throttle now, despite you didn't... I know you didn't want that, Joe, but we are back now at full throttle. We're gonna get to about 10,000 meters and kick in our rocket engine. Because 10,000 meters when we start losing effectiveness on these jets.
Yes.
Do I understand why we are sort of just a little bit off center? No, I do not.
Is it possible because the engines are flying over the tail wings?
Well, they're flying over identical tail wings. That shouldn't make it unbalanced.
Yeah, in a perfect world. It's possible Kerbal's a couple seconds.
It's a computer program.
Yeah,
it is a perfect world. That's the only place a perfect world is possible.
The aerodynamics are known to be not great on this. But it's good. We're heading over. We're hugging the coast, as per the plan.
There's not really a plan, except to go into orbit. That's the plan. Oh, crap! So
what?
you need to retract your landing gear. It's not. That's something that I've run into several times where I'm like, oh, I almost made it, and then I realized, like, oh, why? I was dealing with drag this whole way up. I'm sure it's fine, though.
7,000, 100, 800, 900.
Okay, so we're at 10,000 meters. You can go a little higher than this, but you'll start to see, not that, your thrust drop. We're under 50 kilonewtons now. And our speed will go down as a result of that. So
you started off wet, huh?
What? Yeah.
Okay.
And we're just gonna... Nope, somehow this is in the wrong thing. Now we're in the rocket stage.
And we have to get up to that far. Do you know what an afterburner is?
I have no idea, Joe.
Okay.
Do you know what an afterburner is?
Yeah, it just sprinkles fuel at the back. Literally, basically, it's what you like a Tony would think of to like make the thing go faster. It's like, let's just dump fuel out the back, and when the fuel falls behind the jet engine, the fuel will light up and explode and push us further. Literally what an afterburner is. That's why it's wet and dry. You're just dropping more fuel into the exhaust.
That makes no sense. Like,
no.
If it's not, what is it? What is the fuel pushing against? Because if it's not inside the intake,
no, it's in the exhaust. It's in the exhaust. It doesn't just. I mean, it's not literally out the back of the engine. You get it as it's.
Oh, I thought you meant like your squirt. Like, why is this? This has never happened to me before.
I'm looking at afterburners. I don't know what's going on.
Why is this happening now?
Where?
This never happened. I had all the other problems that I dealt with, not this one.
Because it's Kerbal.
Ah! But maybe it's because I took off those elevons.
Oh yeah, it's nothing but a set of fuel injectors, a tube, and a flame holder that burns fuel and an adjustable nozzle. It's literally again, it would be Tony being like, "What if we just put more fuel in? Like where we burn it?" It's like, "Oh, there's all this space here. okay. I just imagine with one of those like long click lighters you used to light grills, just like standing on the back of the engine, being like, "Look, it's going faster."
Get on there. No, not you.
Yes, perfect.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try again.
Mm-hmm. The Kerbal way.
The Tony way. Well, we're talking about him. He's not here, but his spirit is with us.
More thrusters.
Joe doesn't like it when we go full throttle, so we're gonna grandpa
I don't
mode it
like
for
it,
him.
it's not needed. At a certain meters per second, the wing should provide enough lift to take the mass of your plane off of the ground.
Wait a minute! What happened to our... Actually, you know what? That apparently looks... That doesn't seem to have any problem at all. We're still launching.
Your rear wheel?
What? No, not the rear. We have a rear wheel.
What did you say? What's wrong? Where's going on? What did you see that was weird?
Our horizontal fins are missing. We just have the vertical tail fin.
You don't have a rear wheel either.
Yeah, we do. They're right here.
Oh, okay. It seems like a little too far.
We'll see if we need those. Maybe we don't need those things. In which case, if assuming that we have
two
a problem,
more parts,
we can we can put some parachutes on there.
That was...
See, that's why we need those horizontal stabilizers. This is what Joe has been hoping for this whole time.
I don't know what.
Just a vertical boosh.
That's not what I've been hoping for this whole time.
We're not getting enough lift, Albert. Why aren't we just going straight up into the air with these rocket
That's
engines?
also not what I've been saying.
I had to make a change. I had it where I wanted it, Joe. I had a beautiful rocket, but I was like, I want to come back, so I'm gonna... And I don't have any faith in my landing abilities.
No.
So I'm gonna put parachutes on, which means I have to take other things off.
I guess if 10,000 is the limit of the jet engine, here on Earth that's not the case.
This seems wrong.
Which part?
The...
Like, shut off the engine?
I shut off the back engine because... So sometimes you have this problem where your jet engines think they're just running into this and there's nothing that can happen. So this shouldn't be slowing down.
What is going on?
Nothing. Nothing's going on. That's the problem. Our jet is stopping and it should not be because we're burning at full thrust with these engines. But because I took the stupid... This is not my fault. This is the stupid program's fault. It thinks that the jet engines are just burning into like a solid mass because I moved this thing around. Nope, not what I want to do. Nope, not what I want to do. I hate what... Say the thing.
I don't know what the thing is. I'm just confused. The camera's changing. Jets aren't working. Tail fins are disappearing. Before we were recording, what did you get this baby to do before we started recording?
I got it into orbit.
Camera. Okay.
Just barely.
Turn on the cameras. And this happens. How did you know that was happening so quickly?
Because I could compare to... You can tell.
Oh, you just feel
it was only getting the... Why?
I would put him farther out on the wings.
The engines?
Yeah.
Nope, that's not where I said to go.
Yeah. Ooh, that's sexy. Now this is I don't know what this is.
The goal ship too.
It will not hit the tail fins.
We hope.
That would be ridiculous.
It was ridiculous when it happened before. Ridiculous is not... Clearly not stopping this game. I am going to go to full thrust now. Wait, that's actually... No, I'm not. It's giving us a lot of air resistance. That's part of the reason why I want to just angle up, because it's clearly not efficient. I mean, to be pushing against the air like this when we could be just pushing against gravity.
That's a rocket then!
It's a...
You could just fire it straight up in the air with a big engine underneath it.
It's got the assist from the wings, and more importantly, these engines are way more efficient when they do have the air to suck from than the rocket engines are.
Yes.
If I could, like, I built, back in my experimenting days, I built But back when we were doing with Tony in the
wee
lug
lad.
race, I built a rocket that had these as boosters because I thought, hey, wouldn't that be cool to have like booster jets? But it
Super
didn't actually
efficient
get
boosting?
like I was working with the old jets. It had very little, and I made it work, but it just wasn't feasible. But here we are. We're almost at 10,000 feet again. I will say this is going much like moving these on the wings. Excellent choice, Joe.
Oh, look at that.
Good advice there. I was again it to begin with, but
Look at the contrails coming off, going all the way back to Kerbal.
Yep.
That was neat.
checking our thrust. I want to probably kick in our jet engine when that gets to about 50. I mean, I actually kick off our back jet when that gets to 50.
Kick off the back jet.
And there it is. We're gonna stage right there.
Your landing gear's down.
Daggum! Thank you for telling me. That might cost us the orbit. Honestly.
What's the key? What's the hotkey for landing gear?
G.
Oh, yeah, we're up to... So, at some point, do you kill the jet engines? Do you kill the bad man?
Yeah. They're actually probably, I can shut them down now. And shut down.
Whoa! Alright.
That's something that an action group would be good for, Joe.
I'm just trying to remember how action groups work, and I can't.
I've never, you're closer than me if you even can try to remember, because I haven't got the foggiest.
Yeah, again, it was in the tutorial somewhere, and it was like, if things go wrong, an action group can give you a panic button. And I was like, things never go wrong in this game.
Ah, the halcyon days of yore. Mom.
You just shoot the rocket up, right?
We want to keep an eye on how far out our apoapsis is from us.
10 seconds is not, although it's not moving, so that's good. We're just pushing and
Yeah.
waiting.
And we don't want to end up, like, burning on the way up. Can I aim camera? Oh, cool. I'm just going to do that. Just aim
did that do?
so this is centered in the screen now, so I don't have to close the ball to see what's
Okay.
going on with the engine. Especially because I have the ball pretty huge.
Still gaining. Oh, it is
Yeah.
large. You have a large. Never mind. I'm not gonna make that joke.
I almost got you. Next week, Joe, guys. We'll get it next
I'm
week.
glad that this game fights you because it feels like RimWorld adores you. Spent almost all weekend.
Cursing at Phoebe Chillax.
Yeah, just like why do you throw these things at me? And Albert's like, oh no, they dropped bricks outside our door. And I can't even talk to you about them because there's things. There's
There's
just
like
stuff you haven't-
spoiler things, like the
like
in
just some
Dwarf
stuff it
Fortress?
can throw at you is like, yeah, it'd be like,
It's like you don't want to spoil the circus.
I don't want to be like, yeah, have you seen a Forgotten Beast yet? And you'd be like, you could see a Forgotten Beast? I'll be like, oh damn, I spoiled Forgotten Beast, even though the specifics are going to be different. There's just concepts of what can come. Yeah,
I don't know if this one's gonna make it, Joe. I think our
it's a damn fine effort compared to the first 8.
our landing gear might have given us some
yeah.
problems. I'm watching our fuel. I'm watching our apoapsis. We've got a ways to go. So we're doing a lot of speed. We're adding speed to it, which is sort of the one. But this app needs to go up.
Yep.
You'll notice that I am angled way out of my prograde. I'm actually gonna.
Yeah, your time is gaining a fair amount. You can actually go towards your prograde a bit more. The good news is, hello. I feel like once the app is at 70, it's gonna be real close to circularization. I think that's just my gut feeling. Having
No, I think you're. I mean, I've done this
you
before,
can
so I
point-
think
you
you're
can
right.
Point way more towards your prograde. You're gaining too much in time.
I don't think we're gonna make it on this attempt,
Units?
but you can see we're real close.
Yes. Is that just a piece of garbage floating over your head right now?
Yeah. Just gonna burn it all up.
Do you want to try landing?
From here, I'm almost like, I really want to show people that you can get into orbit with this plane because I've done it. And look
Again,
at that, the orbit's almost out. It's just the stupid landing gear that I forgot to retract.
I will say, again, with the space plane, I think the goal has to be landing it.
I wish that there was like pontoons
Something can. Well, I think they actually updated that, but there was definitely a water boat, a water plane unit thing. What's it called? Piece of equipment that was not a pontoon, but that people were like, oh, wait a minute, this thing just acts like a pontoon. And we just throw it on there and land in the water. And it was like I don't even know. Possibly one of the engines, possibly one of the wheels reclined.
And they patched it?
I
Because we
believe
can't have nice things?
Because they won't let us have nice things. Kerbal.
Because there's only like 3, well, I know of 2 landing strips. There's this one, there's the one over here on the island. And, alright, gear up. Let's do that to begin with. Alright, I said I was going to get to 13,000. I don't think it's going to go that high. We are staging now. I said now. What the crap?
Hit bracket! Hit right bracket! Hit right brackets! That was awesome, though! That was so dramatic looking. Compared to the
I've never seen that happen. I've never had that happen.
That was awesome. Oh.
No!
This is less than awesome.
Why?
I'm gonna look up how to set up an action group. Switching from jet engines to rockets on an SSTO to avoid asymmetric flameouts is one of the things they say action groups are usable for. So yes.
We've got our gear up. We've got our thing going. I may have fast forwarded through 3,000 feet of climbing before I put up our gear. I'm gonna do a quick save when we get to 10,000. Because I'm sick of going back to the launch pad. That's a little bit... This is kind of squirrely right now, Joe. I'm not sure why.
You have your jets on still.
Yeah, but I don't know why that would be...
I don't know either.
Causing it... Again, they're symmetrical. They shouldn't... Yeah, these guys are still providing 39 kilonewtons of thrust, probably because the this jet is ramming air into the intake.
More air into... Yeah.
That's what my guess is, anyway. Well, they use so little fuel, too. You know what I mean? It's like leaving them on is not... I actually used them until they flamed out at one... Not flamed out, but just like stopped because they didn't have anything. They were providing no thrust. And that didn't seem to be a major problem.
Yeah,
We're going to stay closer to our apoapsis. We are going to decrease our thrust. Because we're starting to burn.
6, 7, 8, 9 still going up speed-wise, so...
Mm-hmm. And so is our... everything's being pushed out and pushed up. I'm going to lock to prograde, actually, at this point. Now that's not as good.
No. No.
I want to be a little bit out of prograde.
You want to be more out of prograde. You're getting further and further from your apoapsis.
It's catching up to us.
It is. How, though? It's going up. The time.
How is our...
That's weird.
That's
the time
a
was
problem.
going up. Well, look at that! It's beautiful!
This burning against the atmosphere is a real drag. And I did not mean to make that pun until, like, as it was leaving my mouth, and I realized I was doing it, and
I don't know, just aimed up? I don't know. This is weird. I didn't think there'd be that much...
That much atmospheric
drag at this point. Yeah.
We're just gonna blow up here if we burn full bore.
I didn't say full bore by any means. No, not full bore. Then you're gonna lose all your fuel. This is...
So we're gonna push out to 70. And then we just have to circularize.
Yep.
That's all. It's almost there.
So do you have... I want to go back to the...
Look at how close we are. Look at, like, another, like, 2 seconds of fuel and that would have been circularized. We are gonna burn way out of prograde. We're gonna do a Joe.
I see. That's what this is called?
Yeah.
The Joe?
Yeah, because you would never listen to me when I was like, maybe you should burn more in prograde.
I need more height.
We also,
This is what I was training for this whole time.
we need more height, and we need, like, less... When we've gotten to certain points in the atmosphere where atmospheric resistance was incredibly, like, a big part of the problem we were hitting. So if we gain height and get out of the atmosphere faster, I think that will help us with some of those problems.
Yes. Turns out all of my training is for Spaceplane.
Ha ha ha! Going for that circularization! Ooh, ooh. Do we have enough? We're pure rocket at this point.
Pure rocket.
Come on! Ah! Go, 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 go! Not great.
Not great.
Oh, we got past our app.
That was literally like half a second.
I'm gonna have
To a
to.
second
I
of
have to
burn.
call this just because of time. I have to say, like, trust. Look at this. Look at the difference there. 159 to 26. Like, if we just move this circle over just a little bit, it would be. Okay, so we're gonna land.
Okay.
He said, calling his shot. Definitely not.
This is
Can I not? Oh, I can change my camera, right?
I think once you get more into, once the program's like, oh, now we're really in atmosphere, it'll
Here we
be
go.
better. There it is, perfect. Is this what you wanted?
No.
I was gonna say, that's damn.
Here we go. That's what I want.
There it is, yeah. Look at this thing coming in. Woo!
Yeah, we actually want to kill some speed, so I'm gonna... Oh, I want to do this.
Put the landing gear down.
I don't want to burn the landing gear off. That would be bad.
That's not like your ablator. Yes, look at this fiery phoenix.
No,
just,
go back,
whoa!
go back, go back, go back. Lock to prograde. Hey, gum.
I don't know. What? Whoa.
Woo! There's no way that was right.
I don't know. Might have burned some time or something.
Alright, switching
Okay.
to stability assist. And then we just want to have a little bit of a bite out of the atmosphere. Holy crap, this locked camera mode is not ideal. Ah! That was wrong. That was also wrong.
Whereas this is all 48 shades of right now. Huh.
Ah!
What is it wanting to do? It's wanting to flip you.
It wasn't like that before. I wonder if it has to do with the fact that we've moved the engines out.
It wasn't like what before?
When I wasn't fighting it like this when I did it in my practice run.
Oh, yeah, maybe different speeds, different.
We are killing
Maybe
our
do
speed
flip-
though.
Yeah, that is a thing that's happening. You're basically just arms out, legs out.
Arms outstretched.
If your wings are big enough to glide, I don't know. If your wings are big enough to resist the gravity pull from your engines, it'll be safe as pie. Because you'll just be able to just very slowly, gently glide down. Maybe.
I like
Probably
my like how we're angled right here. If we lose too much speed, we'll stall. So we don't want to do that. I'm gonna lock to prograde now, so we can be more.
I mean, this looks good. You want to throw your gear down?
I was gonna say
I
what
don't
what
know.
good would that be in the water, but they'll slow me down.
Yeah. And they might provide much needed first. What's happening?
I was just trying to kill a little speed, but killed too much.
That's perfect. Just keep doing that.
Can I just stability assist it right here at sort of horizon level? Beep 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 beep.
Is there something making that noise?
No. Just imagining. It should be. Come
Why?
on.
You're just gliding and nothing's even on. Nothing should be making a noise like that.
It should be
Coming
that
in at a
stall
beautiful-
indicator that's in airplanes. This is what I'm going for.
There's no engine to stall.
That stalling is not about an engine. You could stall in a glider. It's about your forward speed not being great enough to create lift.
How do you understand that here, but not on the runway?
What? I understand
Th-
it
we had the-
everywhere.
We had this conversation like 8 times in reverse about your wings and lift and stuff last week. All of it got lost mysteriously. It's like that Rick and Morty where he removes the bad memories, but also whenever he says something wrong.
Oops.
That's amazing.
I lost that recording, Joe.
Take it for granted? Take it for granted. How long have you been saying that?
That's super messed up, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, it all is. It's getting weirder and weirder.
Did you see the most recent one? You're basically almost caught up. The most recent.
That's the last one I saw. Morty's Mind Blowers. And the one where the...
Yeah, Beth finds out some stuff about her childhood that was like, what?
Yeah, the more they open up in the world of like, look how expansive this is, the more they have to explain like, here's why we all think this is normal. It's getting very, it's no longer just like, hey, we're going on an adventure. In fact, they sort of mock that over and over again.
A reference dropped to Beth's mom, and I've just like I've been wondering, but especially after that reference, I was like, what was the person who married Rick Sanchez like? Or maybe not married, but...
I think she's mentioned a divorce, but maybe she's just been left. But yeah, I've started wondering that as well.
This is a good...
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and quick save.
This looks like a plane coming in for landing. Granted, there'd be a runway in front of us, ideally, but yeah.
Hey, Sully didn't need one in Monsters Incorporated. That's the reference that I need to make there, right?
It was weird when they made a solo movie of just him landing a plane.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
I mean, Mike made the cameo in the credits, but like he was sort of plastered over. So the callback to that joke, he was like behind some other guys. You could just sort of see his arm. Did you hear that? I heard this on No Such Thing as a Fish, the podcast where they talk about different weird facts, and they mentioned that the guy who designed the album art for the for Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club claimed that Hitler is on the album cover, but he's behind everybody. It's just like, what does that even mean? But I guess apparently there's outtakes that you can see of the album cover where there is a Hitler character on the cover, like in the group of people that they took the picture with.
How is that? I've never occurred to me to be like, how did they make that? Because in my head, it's easy, but back then they didn't have like, they couldn't just put a bunch of images into a program and be like, oh, this one on top. Was it a collage? Was it like a 3D thing?
The way they made it sound, they actually took a picture.
Yeah, that I'm sure. But was it a small 2D thing that they pasted and like drew on? Or did they build a large, like, staged 3D thing?
Not familiar enough with Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Clubs.
The bottom, I believe, is a garden popping out, so I think that part had to be 3D, unless it's really well done art.
Here we come. Quick save again.
68. I mean, if we had wheels on a runway, this would be landing speed, I feel. We survived these speeds on these wheels before takeoff.
I'm going to pull up, like, right at the last second and try to kill...
Yeah.
Stall on purpose. Now what is that red light? Do you think that's a stall indicator?
That is, I know what that is. That is to indicate you are falling towards the ground. Which is weird,
but we're not
because
now?
of how speeds, yeah, because we're sort of going along the ground. It's really just like a triple check if you're ever doing something like, and not even this, because it's not really for planes. It's more for rockets and whatnot, where it's like, are we at the apex? Are we slipping past it? Are we losing speed but still going up? Like, there's a lot of different ways that can happen, whereas that light is just to be like...
Kill the speed!
40... what is this slow hugging to the left, or is that just the camera angle?
No, that's... I don't know what that is, man.
Because we've been turning in a left-hand circle this entire time.
I don't care.
Wow.
Some of that...
That was really well done.
Woo!
That was as good a landing. You kept your gear on. No one died. We barely lost anything. The
Well,
back
we lost,
engine?
I guess the engine, yeah, and the tail pieces that were attached to it.
Yeah, but as far as... Yeah, no, that was a success. That was a successful space
It was
plane.
kind of a success.
All right, we didn't actually make it to
I think
orbit,
we
too.
need to do other stuff and revisit that idea, because we're close, but we need better engines. One of the tutorials I was reading recommended using the nuclear engine as your sort of get into space engine, which we don't have. So
We need more science. Check out our science things and just see if we got any sitting around.
okay,
Hey, look at this beautiful, beautiful thing.
it's almost out of science, so we need to transmit, I guess. Yeah.
No, we have 3 signs to transmit. It's got 94 data left.
No, it has three sign. Wait.
Yep, we got 3 signs.
Okay, cool.
There's not a lot of time that's gone by. So we also need money, apparently, so that's going to be part of the...
Yeah.
These are our challenges going forward.
Some
I'm
stuff I
pretty
might do
sure-
off screen. I mean, I did practice this, and apparently it didn't ruin the suspense of trying to...
Never does. And I'm pretty sure after that flight, we should be able to secure plenty of grants, because that was amazing.
Okay, well, we'll do something next week. Probably not another space plane right away. We might come back to that, but thanks everybody for watching. If you liked the video, leave us a like, comment if you have some ideas about the things that we did wrong. And as always, if you want to see these early, you can become a patron for as little as $2 a month and get them early. That's it. That's all I have to say. Want to say bye,
That's
Joe?
all. Bye, Joe.